here from Car Ash Inside Bikes, and this week I'm riding one of the most popular power two-wheelers on sale in the UK. It's a 2025 version of Honda's best-selling PCX125 scooter. It's been updated for this year, so we're going out and about to see what's different and what's better. So PCX has been around for about 15 years now. It's a really popular scooter and I've always loved them. Alongside Yamaha's NMAX, it's always consistently one of the best-selling power two-wheelers that we have. About 300 units a month generally go out. You can't fail to go to a railway station car park or town centre. You'll see them parked up everywhere. You have delivery riders all over the place riding these. They are super popular, and for good reason. I'd say this was sort of the pioneer of what I'd call the premium economy scooter. It's not cheap and nasty, it's not nasty at all. It's not that expensive though. $3,799 these retail at, and you've got some really nice classy touches. And for 2025, what they've done is they've had to update the bike to meet Euro 5 Plus regulations, but they've taken the opportunity also to make a few little tweaks to make it a bit better. Now the styling's been updated. To be honest, it looks not dissimilar to PCXs that have been around for the last 15 years, but Honda do reassure us that all the panels have been sharpened up, and it does look a little bit more contemporary than it has done in the past. The colours are classy. This midnight blue colour looks really great. I would probably like to see a few more vibrant colours in the range. The big difference that they've done this year is they've introduced what they call a DX version. Now here in the UK we only get a DX version. Some countries, for example in Ireland, you can buy a base version which still has the old LCD dashboard on it and slightly more basic rear suspension, and it's about €300 less. Here we only get a DX version, and I'm not surprised. It's a really nice touch. So when you get on board, the main difference you notice is that dashboard. You fire it up, TFT dashboard replaces the old LCD, and you can connect it to Honda's Road Sync system on your phone, and it means you can take calls. If you've got a headset, you can take calls, tells you when you've got messages, you can listen to music, and probably most importantly, you've got navigation. And that I think is why most people would buy the upmarket version anyway. The navigation, it's a turn-by-turn system, and it's dead easy. You put in where you want to go, and if you've got a headset on, you can listen to directions, but if not, there's a little corner in the dashboard that tells you where to go. It's great, it's really easy, and I think for a vehicle that's designed to navigate the city, it's a really nice touch, and it just makes a really practical vehicle even more practical. The other difference with the DX version is you'll notice it's got better rear suspension. You'll notice it's got remote reservoirs on the twin shocks in this version. All I can say is it is really plush. I remember the older PCX being okay. This thing is really comfortable, and I found myself deliberately navigating down potholed roads to see how plush it was. It's really good. The other thing you notice when you sat is it's got this finisher on the handlebars. One thing I actually did like about the early PCXs, which wasn't actually that popular, is it had exposed handlebars, which I thought was great for mounting your phone as a sat-nav system. Obviously, if you're using the Road Sync system, you don't really need it, but I kind of like the exposed handlebars, but it certainly looks really classy. And classy is what it is. Big seat, big under storage space for helmet, space for some bags in there. You can get a top box if you want. Big fuel tank, 8.1 litres of fuel goes in there, and you've got over 100 miles to a gallon on this thing. You know, you're going to get over 200 miles between refuels. It's really practical. Ride's nice. If my mum was reviewing it, she'd probably say it's nice and nippy. You know, away from the lights, it's got enough. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's got enough. And then hits its sweet spot. Top speed is claimed at 60 miles an hour. We had more than that. I had about 69, 70 down a slight incline. And you should be able to sustain on a dual carriageway 65 miles an hour. And that's important because it means that you're keeping ahead of buses, you're keeping ahead of trucks. One thing when I've ridden some slightly less powerful scooters is that you find trucks coming up behind you. You don't have that on this. You've got enough to sit in the flow of traffic quite comfortably. They used to have drum brakes on the back, which were a bit ineffective. It's got a big disc on there now, and there's no criticism there. They're not super sharp, but they're more than adequate. The rear brake doesn't have ABS on it though, so you can do skids if you pull it too hard. Well, that's a good thing or a bad thing, up to you to decide. But over the years, it's evolved. It's got better tyres, better brakes, a little bit better handling, a bit of sharper engine. Compared to the NMAX, it's got a little bit more power, a little bit more fuel economy, a little bit more storage under the seat. Yamaha does have the advantage, a little bit lighter, also has slightly longer service intervals, so you pay your money, take your choice. And I think that's the thing, they're very similar machines. They're both exceptional. The Honda's probably become a little bit more like the NMAX over the years, and the NMAX become a little bit more like the Honda over the years. I still think this is a little bit more all-round, whereas I think the NMAX is a little bit more exciting to ride. But overall, you've got to say Honda have taken a product that wasn't broken, they've made it better. Great job.